Yo, what's going on, boys? It's your friendly neighborhood CGOD back again, bringing you another installment to the CGOD YouTube channel. Now today, as you could read by the title, we got our Harley Davidson here. Now, everyone always says that Harleys always leak oil or whatever, right? Well, I used to have a 2008 Road King, and that bad boy, I sold it with like 54,000 on it, right? And it never once leaked a drop. It was always great. Started up every time, ran like a beast. Now this one is our 2014 Softail Deluxe, and this one, as you can see down here, well, I mean, you can see it over here too. I kind of been parking it, you know, so she's been dribbling a little bit, but it's recently gotten pretty bad to where I've had it just kind of parked, you know what I mean? Pretty bad, right? And she's dirty as all hell, you know, from daily duty or whatever, but I believe it's a simple fix, honestly. If we come down here underneath the oil tank, you'll be able to see, like, you have these oil lines, right? And you can see how these ones like look like they've been leaking a little bit. See if I can get it focused better for you. Well, either way, I guess Harley uses like these crimp type clamps. So underneath here we have another oil line, which is very hard for you guys to see, but I mean, can't really get in there. But that one there, let me see if I can zoom it for you. So this one here, you can see that crimp type clamp back there, and it's literally got an oil drop like coming off of it as we speak. So I want to say that one is our main culprit, and it's kind of just been making it leak everywhere, right? But eventually I do plan on replacing all these crimp type clamps because I feel like they're just not good, you know? Well, I mean, they were good for a while because this is a 2014, so this bad boy has been leak free for, let's see, 2014, and it's 2022 now, so at least like 8 years, right? But yeah, so basically what we have here is a regular old hose clamp, which is called like a screw type clamp or whatever. I believe it's like stainless, you know, it's pretty nice. The brand here says that it's a Dixon, which you don't want to focus for y'all, but it says Dixon right there on the top of it. Either way, it's like a worm clamp or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to cut that one off, and we're going to check oil level afterwards and add if we need to or whatever. Low key, whenever I did the oil change on it, I feel like I may have overfilled it because it called for like 3 quarts, so I put 3 quarts in it, but I don't think whenever you drain it that it drains fully out. So whenever I first started, you know, noticing a few drops or whatever, I thought maybe I had just overfilled it. So who knows? But we'll see right now, boys. Let me go ahead and try to cut that off and get her juking, all right? Okay, so there you can see that was the old crimp type clamp it had. Now we come on over. You might be able to see it maybe. But back behind there, we have our new clamp on there. I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of this oil. And like I said, we're going to check fluid. Just make sure we have enough oil, because it does indeed look like it was leaking some more, as you can see. So for now, we're going to do that and see how well it does. I'm going to take it to work and stuff like that. You know how it is. And yeah, we'll see what's good with it, I guess. Hopefully our leak is either gone or slowed down, but either way, I need more clamps to be able to do the rest of those oil lines, because I mean, these ones here, you can see that, I mean, clearly it looks like some oil is getting by on those, so that's not good. Go ahead and cut both of those off as well and replace them. So hopefully I'll update y'all right now. Okay, boys, so upon arriving to work with our fixed clamps or whatever, it actually was leaking more. Like, I got to work and I looked down and there's oil just like sprayed all along the side of the bike, right? So I'm tripping out, you know what I mean? So I came to the conclusion that maybe the hose was bad, right? And I'm at work, so I run up in there and I make me kind of like a little plug type setup, and I come back out to the parking lot, and there in the parking lot I pulled the hose off and I just put like a plug on it. That way I just didn't lose all my oil and I was able to make it back home. So as I predicted, the hose itself, which is right here, was indeed bad. So here, let we have our hose, if it'll focus. Maybe. There we go. So, as you can see our hose here, you see that right there? It had a nice slit right at the top, like on the other side of the clamp. So, yeah, I mean, I guess whenever I put the other clamp on it, I might have like adjusted it or something and made it worse, because it was a slow leak and then it just got worse. So the hose itself, boys, was the culprit. Wonder if I can get a closer zoom, or actually I could probably do this. Let's see if that'll work. Oh yeah, there you go. So there you have it. It split right there, boys. And so that was our culprit. I did have some people online telling me like, oh, you know, maybe it's because the bike is hardtailed and it ain't supposed to be hardtailed. It's not meant for the rough ride, blah, blah, blah. That's not the case, boys, because I mean, at least I don't actually know, you know what I mean? These soft tails, they're meant to be soft tails, not hard tails. But it was indeed just the hose. I got a new hose on there, clamped it up real nice. I got smaller clamps because I don't know if you've seen, but the other one was just too long, like too big. So I got some smaller ones, clamped it up real nice with a fresh hose, got rid of the leaks. It's super dirty though. I really, really gotta clean it, boys. But that is going to be the solution to our issue. The bike itself is A1, not leaking from anything other than the cracked hose. So just make sure to keep an eye on that, boys. Make sure to stay tuned as well. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is going to be it for this one. Later.